Hi guys, it's Owen Davies from Golfshake.com. I'm here at TPC Las Vegas and we're at the Callaway launch for their new 2017 driver range. Now there's two drivers here. It's both called the EPIC, the Great Big Bertha EPIC and the Great Big Bertha EPIC Sub-Zero. They've got the same new technology, but they've got some slightly different characteristics which make them perform slightly differently and within the fitting process, so you can dial your numbers in and get the most out of the driver. So within this, they've got a new technology that they've been working on for the past 4 years that they believe will be pretty revolutionary to the market and will add some distance to your game, and actually a big step change in distance compared to the last couple of years we've seen in the driver market. Now this technology is called Jailbreak, and what it is on the face they've created, or just behind the face, they've put in two titanium bars either side of the sweet spot, and what this does is it stops the face when on impact going up and down. So it basically solidifies around the crown of the head, the top of the head, and stops this happening. So you kind of don't lose this energy on the top of the head and the bottom of the head as the ball hits it. Now what this does is it means that you'll get a greater spring off the face. In fact, the impact on the face is about double that of what we've seen before. And this adds 2 to 3 miles an hour of ball speed. Now that may not sound like a lot, but that equates to kind of 8 to 12 yards within driving distance. So that's a pretty big deal, and they're very excited about it. Now we've been on the range just now, we've been hitting some balls on the TrackMan. I've certainly been getting some great numbers out of it, and I've noticed a big difference between the two drivers. So I'm just going to hit a shot with each now and tell you how they look at setup and the differences here. So I'm going to start with the standard EPIC driver. First thing to note when you look at it, it's got sliding weight on the back, so it gives you adjustability as you'd expect within the fitting process. You can put a draw or a fade bias on it, and also you'll notice that it's got the carbon crown, as is becoming very popular these days, allowing them to take weight out the top of the driver, discretionary weight, move it around and change the MOI, increase the MOI for more forgiveness. But it's also got some carbon on the bottom, on the footprint of the driver, on the sole. So we've not really seen that before, and that's really noticeable. They've done some really nice detailing on the bottom. You'll also see on the bottom these two Jailbreak bits of technology, so they're visible right on the bottom, so you can see where they are. Now I'm going to hit a shot with this first one. So the first thing to note, it's a lovely looking head, really highly produced as you'd expect from Callaway. It's got the nice detailing on top, the nice alignment aid, and also it's got the bowing technology that they used in the XR for the airflow. Also going back, you can see just as the crown goes towards the back, you've got this this carbon, which looks really nice. So setting up, you've got a black face, really allows the ball to sit square, and allows you to line it up, which I like. I'm going to give this a hit. Okay, that was a pretty good one. As you can imagine, with the carbon crown, it comes off, it's got that softer feeling. So now that manufacturers are using this carbon crown, you're not quite getting this crack off the face that you were before. But I kind of like that sound. I also like the feel, especially off it. You get this kind of slightly softer feel. So I really like this. I always get some good numbers. And actually, you know, I'm a decent player. I would automatically pick up the Sub-Zero, the lower spinning driver. But actually, when I went through the fitting process, I found that this was the one for me. So it just shows that it's worth going through this fitting process. It's worth going through with the different manufacturers, with the different driver technology they have within the same ranges, and getting that done and getting you dialed in. So that's the Great Big Bertha EPIC. One thing to note, compared to the Sub-Zero, it's got a slightly longer head from the face to the back, slightly lower profile. And then when you pick up the Sub-Zero, you notice straight away, as you expect from a slightly better player club, it's slightly squatter, got a deeper face, is slightly longer from heel to toe. So again, when you set up, it's got the same look, same feel to it. I'm going to give this a go, see if I can get a different flight. Okay, straight away I can see that's coming off with less spin, a slightly lower ball flight. I quite like that, but obviously out here being fitted, these sort of conditions, I want that real long carry, and that's what the Great Big Bertha EPIC gave me as opposed to Sub-Zero. In fact, when I hit the Sub-Zero with the same shaft and the same loft, I was losing about 500 revs of spin. It was down around 2,000, so that's not really going to help me get the ball up in the air as much as I like. Now, one thing they've done here, which they also feel is very important with the Sub-Zero, is they've made this The way you can change the two weights in the back, and it doesn't have the sliding weight in the back, it has these two weights, is the highest MOI driver they've got at the moment. So that's a bit of a breakthrough, because when you normally get these kind of low spinning drivers, you sacrifice MOI. But with this one, they've worked on the technology and they've made it a real high MOI. So guys, if you're one of those golfers that goes out there, spins it a bit too much, floats the ball, this one's worth the go. Speak to your local PGA Pro. I'm sure they'll be able to guide you through a fitting process. Go out, try the drivers. Don't forget, we'd love to hear your comments if you're excited about the product, or you've hit it before, or it's in the bag. We'd love to know your thoughts. Don't forget, if you're watching this YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.